this is Sarah. Today I'm going to talk about presentation skills. So you have a lot of chances to have a presentation, not only in this class, but maybe for your jobs in the future as well. So I'm going to talk about what good skills are for presentation. This is very basic, but also very important, and you can apply these skills whenever you have a presentations, maybe for the class, maybe for your company, or maybe for your business trip in the future as well. So today we're going to learn into presentation skills. Okay, let's get started. So what is presentations? So presentations, you usually present your ideas, maybe something on your project to the audience. So audience is a group of people, and when you present something, you're pretending maybe the audience does not know about the basic information. So you will tell in advance in details. Okay, so first we'll talk about basic skills and also structure of the presentation. Okay, so if you have question, you can ask me later by the feedbacks as well. Okay, so first one, it's make an eye contact. So whenever I give my lectures to the students, I also try to make a good eye contact. So when you have an audience, you're trying to look everybody in, and make an eye contact together. So of course, you will prepare a script in order to have a good presentation, and if you have a script, your presentation will be very organized. But if you cover your face with the paper and not watch people, people will also get bored. So you have to make sure you're making a good eye contact with each of your audience. So try to show your face, okay? And you can also smile, but also make a good eye contact with the audience. That's number one skills. What's number two skills? So number two skill, it's about your voice, okay? Use your tone and stress. So here we have two keywords. Number one is tone. Number two, it's stress. Okay, so what's tone? Tone, so for example, sometimes if I speak, I use high tone, right? Sometimes if I speak, when I use low tone, I get more serious, and so there are different parts that I'm using different tones. So if you want to get attention from the audience, you want to like see, and you want to pretend you're like bright, and you want to make sure that your audience pays attention, you use high tone, like hi, hello, that'll be high tone, and hi, that'll be low tone, right? So English is not monotone language. Maybe in Korean, you're speaking in the same tone, maybe, and then it goes like stable and just continuous. But English, you sometimes go up, sometimes it goes down. So you have to use the variety of tones because that makes you sound more interesting. Okay. And also stress. What's stress? Oh, I'm so stressful. I'm so stressed out. That's stress, but there is another meaning of stress. Stress means accents. Stress means emphasizing. Stress means highlighting. So for example, when you make a sentence, there is always keyword. So for example, I want to say, oh, today I'm going to talk about my bucket list. So here, what's my keyword? My topic is bucket list, so my keyword will be bucket list. So I want to say bucket list and make an accent on it and just say that word stronger. Say that word louder. Say that word maybe higher. That will be my stress because I want to emphasize that, okay, this is my keyword and this is the most important information. So today I'm going to talk about bucket list. Bucket list, I put my stress on the word bucket list. Okay, so for example, maybe I want to say, oh, I love dogs. I love dogs. My keyword will be dogs. Then I'm gonna say, I love dogs because I pronounce the word dog stronger, higher, louder. Maybe I love dog. I is the most important information. You love dog? No, you don't love dog. I love dog. Then you will say, I love dog. Maybe my emphasis and my stress is on I in this sentence. Okay? I love dog. I love dog. Okay? Can you see a difference in stress in two different sentences? Next one, maybe my keyword is love, because some people hate dogs, but I love dog. Okay, in that sentence, my stress is on not I, my stress is not on dog, but my stress is on love. Okay, so we can say I love dog, because dog is not the most important information, but here love is the most important information. So I pronounce and I say the word love louder and also stronger. Okay, so I love dog, I love dog, I love dogs. Okay, these three sentences are the same sentence, but the meaning, the implication of each sentence is different, because my stress is on different word. I love dog, it's on I love dog, it's on love, I love dogs, it's on dogs. Okay, so whatever, it depends on whatever you want to emphasize it and highlight it. You're stressing out that word and you're saying that word stronger. So when you make a good presentation, you want to get attention from people and you want to emphasize, okay, this is my keyword. Okay, this is the most important information. So you use different tones and also stress by using that skills. Okay, that will make your presentation sound more effective and maybe more interesting. Okay, now let's go to next one. Okay, so number 3, it's prepare script and practice. Whenever you make a presentation, it doesn't matter if you're speaking in English or Korean, you have to prepare a script, because that makes your idea organized. So what's a good script? So there are skills to write a script. In order to make a good script, you need to have good structure. So what's structure? So we talk about there is introduction, and then what is it? It's body paragraphs, and then it's conclusions. So good essay structure, good script structure, good presentation scriptures structure also have that hamburger structure. So it'll be introduction. In introduction, you introduce your general idea and also backgrounds, and you also talk about your main topic sentence, which is thesis statement. Okay, body paragraphs, it's about details, right? You can talk about topic sentence for each part, each body paragraph, but they have to be supported by a lot of description word, a lot of adjectives, a lot of reasons, and also examples. So you need to provide a lot of details to support the topic sentence in the middle of your presentation, which is in body paragraph. Okay, so maybe you can introduce a couple of body paragraphs, which is a couple of topic sentences and a lot of support details, and then it'll be conclusions. So in conclusion, like the essay, you don't introduce a new idea, but you wrap up and you summarize and repeat the same ideas, but a little bit in different words. Okay, because if you use the same words, it might sound a little bit boring. So try to use different words but the same contents. You can also ask the questions to the audience. So that's one of the ways to interact with your audience. So do you have any questions? Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you following me? That could be one of the ways to check out that if your audience is with you, if your audience is following your contents and understanding you. Okay, and maybe another way to interact with the audience will be you can give a quiz. For example, I'm talking about my project, and then you can ask the audience, oh, have you ever heard about this? Okay, has anyone used this project before? Has anyone used this product before? What do you know about this? Can you tell me and explain in details briefly? Okay, you can ask interaction, you can for make a good connection with the audience. Next one is dress up formally and look professional. So if it's not like, actual professional presentation, you don't have to dress up. But, one of the good manners will be just wear it so you can look professional. Basic manner, right? Next one, it's important. So I say in body paragraph, you have to give a lot of details, supporting details. So sometimes if you're not giving enough, just plenty of information, your audience will be not sure about what you're talking about, or it will be not clear about what your point is. Okay, so next one is give details and use WH. What's WH? Do you know what WH is? Can you guess what it is? So there are 6 WH. WH is where, when, who, what, why, how. Okay, so when you're talking about one thing, you got to explain in details by providing information, by answering where it happened, when it is, why we think like that, what it is, who it is, and how is it possible, how is it going. Okay, so for example, I want to talk about my bucket list. My bucket list number one is that I want to travel. Finish. Where do you want to travel? When you want to travel? Why do you want to travel the country? What do you want to do there when you visit that country? And what do you want to eat there? What do you want to see? What do you want to watch? Okay, who do you want to go with? Okay, how can you go there? How are you going to make money and save money in order to go on a trip like that? When you travel, how are you going to move? Are you going to take a subway? Are you going to take a maybe train? So give all the details. Maybe you're making one topic sentence, that's it. That's not good enough. Okay, the audience is wondering how is that possible, and your plans and your details about it. So you have to just answer all the information and elaborate it. Elaboration means description. So when you elaborate it, that means give details. So when you give details, try to answer where, when, why, what, who, and how. The order doesn't really matter, but you got to provide enough information by answering WH. Okay? Next one is use body language. So you can actually see me whenever I talk about something and explain something. I use a lot of hand gestures. Sometimes, I use like I point something, I just make a circle, and then that makes my explanation maybe more effective. So it's not really mandatory, but when you use your body language, that helps you, that helps the audience understand you better, not just body language, also your facial expression as well. If you're using maybe a smile, that kind of indicates that, oh, you're talking about the bright side. Maybe you're maybe not smiling and you just look a little bit down. That kind of explains that, okay, that she's talking about unfortunate like facts. Okay, so your voice is of course very important, but your voice is not the only way to explain about your presentation. Maybe your hand gesture, your body language, your facial expression, your pose, that are also non-verbal explanations. So verbal explanation, verbal expression, it's voice, but non-verbal, it's like everything else other than your voice. Okay, so try to use other gestures and other just ways to explain, because that helps your audience to understand you better in an effective way. Okay, last one is make a good conclusion and listen to your audience. So I say that in order to have a good structure, there is introduction, body, and conclusion. And a lot of presenters forget to have a good conclusion. So what's a good conclusion? You wrap up all the points. Okay, you make a summary of it. You repeat the ideas that are mentioned before, right? And you can also ask the questions to the audience by challenging the readers and audience. You can say, oh, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for paying attention. Okay, and that'll be good wrap up way to make a good conclusion. Okay, so these are very basic presentation skills, but a lot of students, a lot of presenters, just try not to keep it, and they just sometimes read without making an eye contact. They don't prepare a script, and when they come up for presentation, they don't know what to say. Sometimes they're just stuck and do nothing, and they don't move, and it looks very like, unnatural, and it doesn't look that spontaneous. So when you make a presentation, of course, it's important to be look professional, but also it's very one of the way to make a good presentation. It's making interaction with the audience, checking out if they understand you or not, and also just you look casual and then you explain in details. That'll be also a good way to make a good presentation. Okay, so now it's your turn. So we're going to make a presentation together and you're going to share it. And after you give a presentation, I'm going to give some feedbacks and comments on it. So try to remember all the skills that I went over today and you're going to apply those skills. If you have questions, you can talk to me and ask me. And I'm looking forward to watching your presentations. Okay, so try to apply those skills and I'll see you at the presentation. Okay. Bye. Thank you.